concludes this session of Storytime with Garrett Dixon. Join me next week for Huckleberry Finn. Now, to Sarah and Trisha for our local news.
Thank you, Garrett. Sea Spot Run has always held a special place in my heart. Now to our top story. A pride of lions escaped from the local zoo. Authorities are trying to return them safely.
Now to Brandon Walton with renowned psychologist Dr. Kowski discussing social psychology.
Thanks, Trisha. I sure hope that pride of lions gets returned to the zoo safely. That could be disastrous. Well, anyway, we've got Dr. Kowski in the studio today. Good to have you, Doctor.
It's always a pleasure, Brandon.
Yes, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Well, anyway, Doctor, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I grew up in a very large city, and at a young age, I became interested in psychology. Throughout high school, I ran several of my own experiments and conducted a lot of research. Later, I was admitted into Cambridge University, and after 6 years of studies, I received a PhD in social psychology.
Oh, that's very, very prestigious, Doctor.
Thank you.
Well, for the audience, could you tell us a little bit more about social psychology?
Well, absolutely, Brandon. Social psychology can be defined as the scientific study of how we think about, influence, and relate to one another.
You know, Doctor, that definition sounded spot on. Sounds like it's right out of an AP psychology textbook. Well, anyway, Doctor, social psychology seems pretty broad. Is there anything you specialize in?
Absolutely. During my years at Cambridge, I spent much of my time researching and conducting experiments on social conformity.
You know, Doctor, let's talk a little bit more about that social conformity.
Absolutely.
Could you define it for us?
Sure thing. Social conformity can be defined as adjusting one's behavior or thinking to coincide with a group's standard.
Well, Doctor, I'm sure the world's wondering what kind of things play into conformity.
Well, conformity is a very general term. The main factor in this conformity is group pressure, or this is also known as peer pressure. Now, within this group pressure, through research and experimentation, my colleagues and I have been able to identify two major influences. Those two influences are the normative social influence along with the informational social influences.
All right, Doctor, we're going to take a quick break and hear a brief message from our sponsors. We're going to discuss a little more when we return.
You tried these berries and cream starburst?
Pardon me? What kind of starburst did you just say?
Berries
And berries. Berries and what else?
and cream.
Berries and cream! Oh, hurrah! Berries and cream, berries and cream. I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. Berries and cream, berries and cream. Oh, I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream.
Welcome back, America. We're still here in the studio with Dr. Kowski. Now, when we left off, we were talking about the normative and informational influences that contribute to conformity.
That's right. These two influences play a major role in conformity.
Could you elaborate on those a little bit for me, Doctor?
Absolutely. The normative social influence is an influence resulting from a person's desire to gain approval and even to avoid disapproval from a group. The second, informational social influence, is an influence resulting from one's willingness to accept others' opinions about reality.
You sure seem like you know what you're talking about over there, Doctor.
Well, Brandon, I didn't go to college for nothing.
Very true, Doctor, very true. Now, I'm sure you've done many experiments regarding conformity.
That's right. As a matter of fact, my latest experiment took place at a local high school, Caesarani High School. And this experiment outlined my guidelines very clearly on how to achieve conformity.
Could you elaborate on these key points for me?
Absolutely. One is the group must be at least 3 people, and the second is that the subject must feel inferior when compared to the rest of the group.
Very interesting, Doctor, very interesting. Now, could you tell me a little bit more about how you conducted these experiments?
Absolutely. These experiments were conducted in the same manner. We did them several times to ensure reliability. We would start with taking a group, we will label them Group A, from a classroom, giving them the instructions to answer 4 logical questions. However, the second responses would be incorrect. We would then take a subject A, from a different classroom and tell them to answer the 4 logical questions as they thought the correct answer. We then found, after the group unanimously answered the first 2 questions correctly, that subject A also answered the second 2 questions incorrectly. This showcases conformity.
So, overall, Doctor, what did these experiments tell you?
Well, they reinforced our key points. A group must have at least 3 people, and the subject should feel inferior to the rest of the group. This could mean an underclassman.
You know, Doctor, I'm sure America agrees with me here when I say, I wish we had a visual to go with this explanation.
Well, being the psychologist I am, I happen to have a copy of my latest experiment with me. I can give it to you if you think it will enhance the interview.
Well, Doctor, we'll have to take a look at that. Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have today. It's been a pleasure having you here, Doctor.
Always a good time. Brandon?
Good having you.
So for the first one, the square root of 144.
12. 12.
Okay, the next one, there are 10 blue marbles and 5 yellow marbles. What are the chances of picking a yellow marble?
1/3. 1/3.
1/3.
Okay, for this one, I need you to identify the longest line. Please just say the number.
5. 5.
2.
Alright, and for this one, there is a word I need you to spell, runner. Could you please spell it?
R-U-N-E-R. R-U-N-E-R.
R-U-N-N-E-R.
Okay.
Say
Okay.
no.
For the first question, what is the square root of 144?
12. 12.
12. 12.
There are 10 blue marbles and 5 yellow marbles. What is the probability of picking 1 yellow marble?
I love it. 1/3.
1/3. 1/3.
1/3.
Okay, got it correct so far. The next one, I have 6 lines. I need you to tell me which one is the longest. Just say the number.
Okay. 5. 5.
5. 5.
5. 5.
Okay. And for the last one, I need you to spell the word runner, please.
R-U-N-E-R. R-U-N-E-R.
R-U-N-E-R. R-U-N-E-R.
R-U-N-E-R. R-U-N-E-R.
Okay, the experiment is completed. I'm going to explain to you what I explained to them. I did not explain to you. It was an experiment on conformity, social conformity. They all said the incorrect answer to the last 2, and you can finally say the same answer because there's somebody in every one of you. So the experiment's done. Thank you guys. Don't feel like battering. It's normal for answering that because that's.
Yeah, I thought about that afterwards.
Did you like the lines? Did you think it was 6 at first or 2 at first?
Yeah, I did, and then I thought there were 2 ends in runner, and then I was like confused.
All right, thanks, guys. For the first question, what's the square root of 144?
12. 12.
12. 12. 12. 12.
12. 12.
All right, for the second question,
Still going on?
what's up, man? For the second question, they had 10 blue marbles and 5 yellow marbles. What are the chances of getting 1 yellow marble?
1/3.
1/3.
1/3.
1/3. 1/3. 1/3.
1/3.
Okay, so far you guys have gotten them all right. For the next question, I have 6 lines. Could you just say the number of the line that's the longest?
5. 5. 5.
5. 5. 5. 5.
5.
Okay, for the last question, you guys have all answered so far. Spell the word runner.
R-U-N-E-R. R-U-N-E-R.
R-U-N-N-E-R.
R-U-N-E-R.
R-U-N-E-R.
R-U-N-E-R. R-U-N-E-R.
Okay. All right. First question was the square root of 144.
12. 12.
12.
12. 12.
12.
Okay. There are 10 yellow marbles and 5 blue marbles. What are the chances of picking a blue marble?
1/3. 1/3.
1/3.
1/3. 1/3. 1/3.
1/3.
Okay. So far you guys have gotten them all right. Like I said, these questions don't be too hard. This question, I have 6 lines. Could you please say the number of the longest line?
5. I'm going to go with 5.
5.
5. 5. 5.
5.
Okay. And for the last question, you guys have done all right so far. Could you please spell the word runner?
R-U-N-E-R. R-U-N-E-R.
R-U-N-E-R.
R-U-N-E-R. R-U-N-E-R. R-U-N-E-R.
R-U-N-E-R.
Okay. We killed it.
That was good.